Nicole, welcome back to the channel. So I have a newest release from Holo Taco. I have their new Holo Royalty Shimmering set. Dang it. Shimmering Secrets set. Why is that so hard to say? I feel like that's a tongue twister. So I have 4 polishes of a variety of finishes to share with you all today. So all of these polishes were voted on by folks who are in the Holo Royalty program. If you are in the upper echelon of tiers, Holo Taco sent out a little questionnaire to get people to vote on things. My remembrance is not good enough to remember what I specifically voted on, but I feel like based on the color story of these polishes that these are probably colors that I did in fact vote for. At the time of recording, all 4 of these polishes are currently in stock. However, this nifty little travel bag is unfortunately out of stock.
Disappointed!
All of these items are limited edition. I would recommend jumping on picking these up ASAP if any of the polishes featured in today's video are of interest to you. On top of 4 polishes in this little bag, Holo Taco also sent me over their new pink smoothing base, which I will talk more on towards the end of the video. Thank you to Holo Taco for gifting me this release. So as always, in the description box, links to where you can pick these polishes up, Holo Taco social media pages, my social media pages, plus timestamps are down there as well. Let's just get into this video. First up, we have Teal No Lies, which Holo Taco describes as a deep teal metallic with smooth, shiny micro flakes. This polish had a fantastic formula, not too thick or too thin. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how opaque this polish is. I think if you go in for thicker coats or have very short nails, you could get this one opaque in 1 coat. My full-hand swatches for Teal No Lies will show this one in 2 coats plus a glossy top coat. This was actually the polish that I was looking forward to the least in the release.
Don't take it personally and don't jump to conclusions.
I don't have an actual reasoning why that I wasn't super interested in this one. I just wasn't. I honestly think the actual thing was just in comparison to holographic glitter and shimmer that microflakes just wasn't giving me enough va-va-va-voom for my own personal taste. Teals are often pretty tricky to get color accurate, but I didn't find this one leaned either green or blue. It was definitely firmly in the teal category. While I did not personally experience any staining with this one, I also swatched it using 2 coats of base coat just in case. I think this is a potential stainer for sure. If your nails are prone to staining, I would definitely recommend at least 2 coats of base coat to protect your natural nails. Removal for this one is not going to be overly difficult at all. It just will be very messy. However, because also I think this is a potential stainer, I would not recommend scrubbing this one off just because you don't want to be rubbing all those pigments into your nails. This next polish is called Spyglass, and Holo Taco describes it as a crushed holographic formula in cornflower blue with blue iridescent micro shimmer underglow. Spyglass had a pretty good formula. My bottle was just like a tiny bit too thick for me personally, so I did add a little bit of thinner to mine. Once I added the thinner, I did find it applied really nicely for me. For whatever reason, I was incredibly committed to making this one be a 2-coater on me when I was doing my full hand swatches, so I did have some visible nailing with this one. I will fully admit I was definitely skirting the line. I honestly feel like if I wasn't so committed to making this one be a 2-coater, I would have gone in for a 3rd coat. So I am going to call this one a 2 to 3 coater depending on your own personal preference. The shimmer in here is very pretty. It gives the polish a very nice overall glowy look. It did seem to be a little bit of a color shift in the shimmer. I was seeing a blue to a purple. It's not a super in-your-face color shifty moment. It's very subtle. I know not everyone loves the crushed Holo formula, but that's on them for having bad taste.
I'm just kidding. But seriously.
You get all of the sparkle of a glitter, but without any of the texture, and removal is so much easier with a Holo flake versus a glitter. Although, of course, if you use the soak off method like I've been saying for the past 3 years, you wouldn't have difficult removal anyway, but that's on you, not me. I also wanted to add, I took a video of this with my phone from my Instagram story, and I did notice that my iPhone was picking up the shimmer in here a lot stronger than my other cameras were. So if you see any pictures or videos of this one and the shimmer is looking like really blindingly bright, it's not blindingly bright, it's more glowy than anything, but still pretty. I'm not saying it's not pretty, I'm just saying it's not like blindingly bright shimmer. It's very glowy. And now we have Blush Money, which Holo Taco describes as a medium pink jelly holographic glitter formula with scattered holographic silver glitters. I will always be incredibly happy whenever Holo Taco works with glitters. I love me some glitter. I don't know if these are the exact same glitters that were in the 4th anniversary retro collection, but they are reminiscent of those. The formula for Blush Money was good. It was a bit on the thicker side. I went back and forth on if I was going to add thinner. I ended up adding thinner when I was doing my full hand on swatches. I honestly feel like I could have used a little bit more when I was recording my live swatches. It just wasn't spreading perfectly for me, but that might come down to a little bit of personal preference. As I mentioned during Spyglass, I was very committed to trying to get these to be 2-coaters for me. Blush Money is just not going to be a 2-coater. This one is in a jelly base, so you do need to build it up to gain the opacity, which of course is not unusual for specialty finishes.
It's science.
You do need a more transparent base to get all the components and doodads to show up on the nail. If you want a boom holographic in your face moment, this is one of the polishes that I would recommend from this release. You will however get quite a bit of texture from those holographic glitters. I would recommend doubling up on your top coat to get a smooth finish, and removal of course will be on the more difficult side because of the glitters. Use the soak off method or a peel off base coat for the easiest removal experience. Do not scrub this polish off. And the final polish in this release is called Inside Job, and Holo Taco describes it as a bold purple jelly polish in a specialty holographic glitter formula with square shaped holographic glitter. Like I said a second ago, I am always incredibly happy when Holo Taco has glitter polishes in their releases, and this is not an exception. Inside Job had a pretty good formula. This one was also a bit on the thicker side, and again I ended up adding a little bit of thinner to my bottle. You can see in my application here that this is still fairly thick. Once I finished up here with the live swatch, I did end up adding a little bit more thinner into my bottle. I would not say the adding of thinner in this case was an issue with the polish formulation in itself. I know some folks feel some type of way about adding thinner to a brand new bottle of nail polish. In my opinion, it just depends how much thinner we're talking about, and for me personally, the amount that I added to this one is not so much I say that there was definitely a problem with the polish itself. The glitters in here are very reminiscent to Crystal Skies. This is very much that glitter bomb style of jelly glitter polishes. Because this is in a jelly base, you do need to build it up to gain the opacity as well as to get even coverage. I found in 2 coats this was just a little bit too uneven for me to be able to call it a 2 or 3 coater. I think this one is definitely going to be a solid 3 coater, which again is not atypical for a specialty glitter formula. It dries down very textured and also kind of dull, so you will definitely want top coat to smooth everything out. Depending on how thick your glossy top coat is, you're going to want to go in for at least 2 coats to both smooth everything out as well as to keep it nice and shiny. I opted to pair a glitter smoothing top coat with my quick dry top coat, and that smoothed this one out really nicely. Because this is a glitter, it's going to be more difficult to remove. Do not scrub this polish off. I did not personally experience any staining with this polish. I saw someone on Facebook say that this polish is an exact dupe for Holo Taco's Anti-Hero from the Retro collection. Other than these both being purple polishes that are jellies with holographic glitter, they don't really have anything in common. The glitters are different, the shades of purple are different, they are not the same, they are not dupes, they don't have a similar vibe, it's not the same polish. I really understand that not everyone wants to own like a lot of bottles of nail polish. Please be for real when you're calling something a dupe, because these aren't dupes. They don't look the same. Dupe means duplicate, not that it's also purple. Alrighty, so final thoughts. Pinks, blues, purples, and teals are some of my favorite colors for nail polish, so when I saw the color story of this one, I was very, very happy. I was particularly happy because I saw some chunky yunky glitters. I love me some chunky yunky glitters, so I do like the color story on this release quite a bit. I also really like that each polish had its own different finish. I think the only polish in this release that I wasn't head over heels in love with was Teal No Lies, not for any fault of its own, just based on my own personal preferences. I think my top picks from this release are going to be Inside Job because of the chunky yunky glitters, and then Blush Money because it's pink. As I mentioned, Holo Taco also sent me over their new pink smoothing base. I was very surprised to see people saying the old smoothing base was yellow. Huh? I know we all see colors differently, but that one really just confused me a lot. I have worn the Holo Taco smoothing base as like a regular base coat before. I find it performs really nicely. I generally like to test base coats on my dominant hand because this is the hand that does not get great wear time. I have not had pink smoothing base long enough to say whether or not the wear time on it is the same or any different from smoothing base. I can't imagine it's any different than smoothing base. I am not generally the type of person who like gravitates super strongly towards sheer pink. They're not really my thing, honestly, but I was pleasantly surprised to find that I actually liked how pink smoothing base looked in 2 coats on its own. You don't really reach full opacity with it, at least not in 2 coats. I can't imagine you'd ever reach full opacity with it unless you added like 5, but I don't believe in doing more than 3 coats of anything, and for a base coat, I'm not doing more than 2 coats. I think pink smoothing base would work really nicely for like French manicures or like naked nails or whatever folks who do that kind of thing call them. I was very pleasantly surprised with pink smoothing base because I liked it a lot. Because I will admit, I don't really love the color of regular smoothing base. I wouldn't wear it on its own. I'm not really a fan of those tannish kind of colors, just as like on its own on me. I'm just not really a fan. So I do like pink smoothing base a lot. And even though this nifty little bag is sold out, I did want to talk about it since they did send it over. Quality feels really nice. It feels kind of like pleathery. I don't know if this interests anyone else, but here's a size difference between the new bag versus, this is the one that came out with last year's, the summer brights that they didn't call neons but were kind of like neons. I don't do a lot of traveling. When I travel, I generally just have like my backpack, and this was a little bit too big for me to bring anywhere. I personally really like the size of this bag a lot more. It takes up a little bit less real estate in my backpack. Here is the inside, so you have space here if you want to put some nail polish there or other things. Right here, you've got 2 pockets. And I originally thought the pockets were going to be connected. There is a little divider between these pockets here. I am going to assume, since whenever Holo Taco releases like these kind of bags, they usually will come out with one later on down the line that's not limited edition. So if you missed out on this, I would say just hold on tight. I'm sure Holo Taco will release something down the line that's not limited edition and will be restocked, but might not be exactly this. The Holo Royalty Shimmering Secret Set is available right now on the Holo Taco website. Each polish is priced at $14. Pink Smoothing Base is priced at $12. These are all limited edition polishes with the exception of the base coat. Holo Taco has been doing a really great job as of late being able to keep limited edition products in stock. However, these will not be in stock forever, so I would highly recommend, if any of these are of interest to you and you want to pick them up as soon as you can, because they won't be around forever. So I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Are you planning on picking up? Have you already picked it up? Did you shop the Holo Royalty sale? Let me know. If you're curious at what I personally picked up from the Holo Royalty sale, I resupplied myself on Peely Base as well as the Holo Taco lotion. I love those products for when I'm swatching, so that's what I got them for. Before we end today's video, I do want to give a very special shout out to my channel members, Shenanigang. Just thank you guys so very much for the love and support. Your names, of course, all on the screen right now. If you would like to sign up for my channel memberships, I have a link for that in the description box, but please do not feel pressure to sign up. Just like the video, comment, share, subscribe, all the things, and seriously, we are good. And also, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, I'm on all the other platforms as well. So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah.